How's it going there, everyone? It's Mr. Zando here bringing you guys another Digimon Tree episode discussion. And for today's segment, folks, we are going to be discussing about Digimon Tree Determination Part 3, guys. And now, guys, I am excited to actually talk about this anime episode because for a fact that, we're actually reaching the climax of this, I would say, movie in general. And now, keep in mind, guys, that this is actually a movie. It's not actually anime episodes. It's just that the movie was cut into 4 different parts. So right now we're at part 3 out of all the whole entire film. And that's what I love about Digimon Tree is the fact that they're actually films. So you're getting that high quality budget kind of style and animation and fight sequences that are involved in the Digimon Tree episodes, guys. But it's also, guys, it's been a long time since I did a Digimon Tree discussion. I've been reviewing them ever since they've been coming out. But, I haven't really reviewed this one because for a fact that, if I review them, these discussions were going to be long forgotten. But now that, I would say the Digimon Tree Confession is coming out, I'm going to be reviewing the last 2 episodes. At least I'll be caught up to date with with the movies themselves. But without further ado, guys, without me ranting and banting right here now, without further ado, let's get started on the review of Digimon Tree Determination Part 3. Now, folks, I gotta say, this episode, I would say, is very, very pure in dialogue, but I would say it's also full on exposition, guys. It's full on that. The reason I say that is because of for a fact that the episode itself, guys, it's really just giving the Digidestin, I would say, a break from all the fights and all the drama that's going on. Don't get me wrong, the drama is still there. It's just that, throughout the underlying tones, I would say, from the anime itself, we actually see that, Joe is still fighting in this episode inside, He's having redemption as to why he's not joining the Digidestin in the fights themselves. Even at the beginning of the episode, you kind of see him crying in the rain, but, I mean, come on. There's nothing really Joe can do right now. At this point, so far, there's nothing he can do, just except, just wallow in his own redemption. But for now, at least we get to see that Joe's character development is actually going pretty well. Joe, I feel like he's the main star of Determination, guys. He actually should be at least shown some very good light on his subject, But like I said, I'm assuming this is a movie. They're not really going to be keeping the spotlight on him because, in fact, there's a lot of other, I would say, events that are unfolding throughout the whole anime episode itself, guys. And that, for a fact, is, I would say, is with Mimi herself, with herself with the, I would say, that school festival event that she was actually doing. It kind of unfolded on this episode, and it kind of also went along as to, I would say, give that comic relief throughout the whole entire episode. Not only with Mimi and with Mako itself. Don't get me wrong, those little fan service clips that they were showing, it was very fun and entertaining to watch. Don't get me wrong, guys. But, in the pure essence of all the fun, it's actually showing that a Digidestin need a break every now and then, and this episode was basically the break for them. And like I said, even the adults were actually telling me, they need a day where the Digidestin can be themselves and act like the regular they are. Kids, they're still kids. They're just teenagers, they're just growing slowly into the adulthood. But, like I said, it's just that, this episode, nothing really, I wouldn't say important happened. Just nothing, I would say, over the top, in your face, like OMG kind of status that might have happened. Ken Ichijoji did show up in the episode. Don't get me wrong. Yes, his actually mysterious figure is still looming around these episodes. But, they're not really explaining as to what he's still doing. Why he's evil, too, as a matter of fact. Ken Ichijoji showed up, I believe, about a couple times. And, he's just still in the background as to just looming over the Digidestin. Just watching their move. Like, as if he's actually plotting, I would say, some kind of event that's going to unfold and explode at Digidestin's face because, Digidestin are being relaxed, thanks to the adults, and giving that leisure time that they actually need, since apparently the Digidestins are like 24/7 protecting the world. I'm guessing that's the kind of vibe that the adults are trying to give off to the kids. But like I said, there's a very lot of underlying tones that have been going on. Not only with Joe and Mimi, but, let's not forget, with with Koshiro in this episode, guys. He got a little bit of spotlight. Don't get me wrong with the comic relief part with Koshiro's crush on Mimi. That's entertaining too as well. Don't get me wrong. But he actually received an email in this episode. We don't know from who, but I'm assuming it's Ken Ichijoji again involved in this episode. I believe he sent that email to Koshiro explaining, I would say, you know, like giving them like a warning. Like it's like it's slowly teasing us into like, you know, okay, you know, we're getting involved with the villain and themselves, which kind of begs me the question as to will Ken Ichijoji be defeated by the end of this movie? I know there's gonna be confession, so are they gonna like? Is Alphamon the really, I would say, the main villain, or is it really Ken Ichijoji? Now that begs us the question, because you know the digicode that Koshiro actually received, you know, was talking about, you know, you have to, you know, to accept the darkness and you have to go beyond that. You know, it's like saying, you know, like holy snap, you know, become something that you're not. You know, it's like with power comes like with great responsibility, etc., etc. That's the kind of vibe that it was kind of giving off. You know, it's basically saying that, you know, it's kind of explain, like in honest opinion, it kind of felt that vibe that basically Ken was basically saying, you know, like giving off his criteria and not motives, but his, I would say, kind of personality was inscribed in that message. That's the kind of vibe it kind of felt, that the way that message was received towards Koshiro. And even Koshiro was actually trying to decipher the message and trying to explain to himself what's the message about. But a lot of, I would say, anime viewers are kind of thinking like, okay, it's probably Ken Ichijoji's kind of like, I would say, proudly just blasting and boasting around saying, you know, join the dark side. That's basically what it's basically saying. Just join the dark side. And which, like I said, it just basically seems like Ken Ichijoji is slowly being teased in the episode. And I feel like the next episode, that's when Ken Ichijoji will fully on and actually give himself a full-on explanation. That's my opinion, and I would say my honest, I would say, explanation of what that message was about. Now, Leomon was in this episode, but it was, again, used more for comic relief in this episode. You know, because of the fact that, you know, him and Mikuma were just like, just giving them a little kitten little love action going on there. It was pretty funny, don't get me wrong. It's funny that Leomon actually finds Mikuma very cute in a sense. Very hilarious in that scene, guys. But like I said, that I would say little events that are unfolding is actually bringing everybody together, because remember, the Digidestined are at the festival enjoying themselves, while the Digimon then they're bringing themselves into the festival because they kind of tricked Leomon, I would say, into bringing them to the festival. But like I said, that's actually, it's bringing that, I would say, that big background fight that's going to be happening in the next episode. Since all the main characters are already put together in place like a chess piece, now we're actually going to see the big fight in the next episode, and that's probably against Ken Ichijoji himself. And like I said, you know, like I'm loving the way that the creators are actually writing the story. Pretty interesting in there. And let's not forget, guys, freaking Yamato and Tai argue again in this episode. They argue. It's a verbal argument. Don't get me wrong. It's a verbal argument, but their argument is actually valid. Like I said, like their arguments aren't very childish and immature. No. It's far from it. Yamato is actually really giving off vital reasons as to why did this happen. He even explains that he doesn't care when it happened. He just wants to know why. He's telling Tai why. Come on, just give me a reason. You know, why did you have doubts? Why were you having doubts too? Because remember, both of them actually have to be in sync with it whenever Omegamon has to be. I'm sorry, not Omegamon. Yeah, I believe it's Omegamon. I forgot which one of the, if it was the dubbed or the Japanese version of his name, but I think it's Omegamon. Basically, they were asking themselves, why was the devolution canceled because of him? You know, why was he having doubts? They should have won, or they did win actually, but it's just like, it seems like the long war that's going on between the internal struggles within them is still ensuing on. And it seems that Tai is still having doubts about himself in the fight. But to me, it seems that Tai is having doubts because he doesn't want to hurt no one anymore. Like, he doesn't want to be a killing machine. That's the way that Tai is giving off the impression, guys. He doesn't want to be a killing machine. Why should he? Why should he be a killing machine these days? You know, he doesn't have that ignorant state of mind that, you know, you could kind of say that, like, I should go into battle and just kill whatever Digimon that's going to be there. No, he's thinking, like, you know, there's a reason for so-and-so what's happening, but, you know, it's kind of holding him back, too, because he's mostly defending himself and putting himself in a state where he's actually hurting himself even more. Like I said, it's a lot of internal struggle between the teacher destiny. I'm loving, like I said, I'm loving the way that the animators are making this anime episode themselves. It's very interesting, guys. Very, very interesting. But like I said, that was basically the bulk of the episode. And don't forget, Gomamon was also the star, and he's actually bringing Joe into the arc itself. And we're gonna see more of Joe in the next episode, guys. You know, like I said, it's very interesting. Like, all the spider webs that have been flung around are actually interconnecting now, are gonna be interconnected, I would say, in the next episode, because of the fact that they're gonna, I'm assuming they're gonna probably meet up with Kenichi Joji in the next episode, guys. That's what it literally looks like to me. But like I said, this anime episode, entertaining. A lot of fan service, a lot of dialogue. You know, lots of little, I would say, not ecchi moments, I'm sorry. I would just say fan service moments. But like I said, very interesting. Very interesting, guys. But let me know down in the comments below what you guys thought about this episode, guys. What was your favorite part of the scene? Was your favorite part with Leomon? Was your favorite part seeing Ken again? You know, let me know your theories and predictions on Kenichi Joji, guys, as to why he's actually evil. That's my actually theory. You know, my theory is probably that with Kenichi Joji, guys, I feel like he's been evil to begin with. That's just it. That's the only reason why Ken would probably be evil to begin with, because the fact that why else they would bring Mako into the picture? She's probably gonna be the Digidestined of Light, or something's going on between Mako and Ken, that maybe these two are plotting against the Digidestined. We don't know that for sure. Like I said, there's a lot of speculation going on with these episodes themselves. But, you know, that's it for my rant, you know, guys. Let me know down in the comments below what you guys thought about the whole entirety of the movies themselves. And are you ready for Confession, guys? Confession is coming out soon. So I'm kind of glad that we're going to see another Digimon movie coming out soon, guys. But that's it for today, folks. I know I keep repeating myself over and over again. I just love to keep talking. Just love to keep talking. But as always, guys, give a like, comment, share, and subscribe if you guys enjoy my content. And as always, guys, have a wonderful day. But this is Mr. Zen giving you guys that wonderful signing out for it.